Ahoy mateys, my name is Cullen. My favorite videos on my channel are the Welcome Aboard series, without a doubt, because I get to share the stories of boats that might not ever be heard otherwise. And today is no exception. My good friend Dave is letting us on board his Marinette cruiser. This is an awesome boat that has so many of the great qualities that we've already seen in this series, put together in a very unique way that I didn't even know existed. So without further ado, welcome aboard.
It's a 1985 Marinette 39. It's a sedan bridge with a flight bridge on top. It has a single stateroom in the front. It can sleep 6 people with a dinette conversion bed area as well as a sofa area in the main salon.
And what kind of engines does it have?
2 454 Crusaders.
Awesome. And running through Paragon transmissions just like my Chris Craft.
Absolutely.
Those things are tanks. They're going to last forever.
I hope so.
And how many hours do the engines have on them?
Oh, this is what's crazy. They have 380 hours.
They were still not in great condition when you got the boat. You had to do a lot of work to get them running.
Right, both engines were locked up. The boat had been setting in this slip for about 8 years. The batteries were all dead, all the valves were open. The engines were locked up. The number 2 cylinder on the starboard engine was full of water.
Ooh.
I had to baby them, caress them, work them with PB Blaster to get them unlocked, and now they seem to be operating pretty good.
They sound great, just as powerful, if not more than mine.
There were some obstacles to overcome, quite a number of electrical issues, leaky hoses and things that it was amazing that the boat was even still afloat. Bringing an old boat back to life has its own challenges if you're up to it. It can be worth it. It truly was a gamble when I bought the vessel because there are the unknowns and you have to be ready for that. But you have to really want something to make it happen.
And that makes it all the more worth it in the end.
Absolutely.
When you took a chance on it and put the effort in and it comes together and actually does what it's supposed to do, that's a really good feeling. This cove area is really cool. It's about 120 feet across and 40 feet deep, beautiful blue-green water. And there's this group of boaters that just tie up together and hang out most weekends. So we're dropping our front anchor and backing up. There's only one more step. I've got to take the rear anchor out as far as I can.
Swim, you can do it.
And drop it. So we're nice and secure. That's a workout. Dragging a 10-pound anchor and like 20 pounds of chain. Alright. But it was totally worth it. It was awesome to spend time in this really cool spot, and I got some really great shots. I paddled out here on a borrowed floaty and a kayak oar. This is fun. Now let's get back to the boat. But part of the reason it can go so fast over the water is because it's lighter, because of the aluminum, compared to a fiberglass or a wooden boat, right?
It is faster, it is lighter. A lot of the smaller Marinettes can be a little bit bouncier, but then again, it all depends on where you have the weight in the boat. It will do in excess of 30 miles an hour.
And we pretty much proved that today. We didn't go all out, but we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we had a great time, and including in the pouring down rain.
So it has the lower helm and the flybridge, and we made good use of both of those because when it started raining, it was really good to be able to come inside, away from the rain.
And Cullen, there's a little trick to that. On the Marinettes, you have a lever that you turn to the left, and you turn the steering wheel, you'll hear it click and engage a different actuator. So if you run from the upper helm station down to the lower helm station, you have to remember to change the steering, or you're just going to have throttle and transmission control.
It could be all panic from there.
It truly can be.
This Marinette is, in essence, extremely similar to my Chris Craft Corinthian. Both around 38, 40 feet long. Both have twin 454 engines with Paragon transmissions, and both have a lower and upper helm. It's very interesting to see how the powertrain of a boat affects the overall feel of it. even though they're from different manufacturers entirely, there's definitely a kind of kinship to it. You can feel it has the same DNA to it, and it's extremely similar to go from one to the other. I might as well be on the St. Johns River in my boat right now. This is just incredible.
I am a boat addict, I admit it clearly. Wooden boats are my forte and specialty. I decided to get rid of all the wooden boats that I had and also the fiberglass boats I had to be able to make this one dream come true. It was definitely worth it. The thing that I have learned the most is whether you're in a boat or a car or a plane, it's truly the amount of time that you spend with your friends and your loved ones. That's what's important. Projects are fun and they're great and there's a place for them, but at the same time, if you can involve people who you love and like, that's all the better because it allows you to spend more time with them.
I think we could make it. We're inside a freaking bridge. What? You better hope it's low tide when we come back this way. Woo!
Good deal.
Were you stressed out? I was fine.
No, of course you were.
Good captaining, Dave.
Most importantly, pick a boat or a car or something that you enjoy and that you feel passionate about. You've never operated this vessel before and you did a fantastic job.
It's so simple in my brain, but when I get tied up in it, I get nervous.
Actually, you did better than I did as far as backing in and taking her out of the slip, so thank you.
Thank you. I think a lot of that is actually because it's got very similar engines and transmissions and everything is very, very close to my boat. I came in with a lot more experience than I expected to.
Well, this one has a 13.9. It's almost a 14-foot beam. Not quite, but almost.
Mine's 14.
Of course, the wider the boats are, the more stable they are. This does have pretty big trim tabs on it, which this is a planing hull boat. It will get on top of the water and plane, but it depends on how deep your pockets are too. So, you know.
When we filled up today at the gas pump, that was a little bit, yeah, just see those dollar bills floating away.
Every time you take out a large vessel, it's always a special event. And that's why it should be shared with friends and family members and everything.
And thank you so much for sharing it with me today. It was awesome, and it was special to be here. There's a magic about these old boats. They're beasts from a bygone era in a way, but we keep them alive because they're freaking fun.
There still is a ton of excitement of exploration in these older craft. These were true vessels that were handcrafted.
A work of art.
It's a work of art, and I'm excited to see you being excited about these older boats.
Thank you again so much, Dave. You've been extremely generous with your time and letting me explore this boat.
Anytime.
Wow, this feeling right here is why I make YouTube videos. Like, I'm not even kidding. A lot of times boating can be a very lonely hobby in a lot of ways, whether you're staying up until 3 a.m. working on the engines or waking up at the crack of dawn to go fishing. We like to keep to ourselves a lot of times. So when we do share our stories and experience with other people, that knowledge and expertise can hit whole different levels that you would never expect. And we can learn a lot from each other just by sharing what we already know. And that's why I like making videos, and Welcome Aboard in particular, and that's why I want to make more of it. And to do that, I kind of need your help. So if you have a boat with a great story or know about a boat with a story that needs to be shared, please let me know. There's an email address down in the description. I can't guarantee that I can get to all of them, but I would absolutely love to hear the stories either way, especially if you're in the Southeast United States area. We might be able to share your boat story in a whole new way. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.